Ancient Greek history is replete with remarkable figures whose destinies intertwined with both glory and tragedy. Among them stands out a military commander whose name is linked to one of history's most significant battles. This man was a war hero, a leader under whose command Greek forces achieved victory at the Battle of Plataea. This engagement marked a turning point in the conflict with the Persians, bringing an end to the prolonged series of Greco-Persian wars. His life serves as a vivid example of valor and courage, combined with discipline and devotion to his people. However, as often happens in history, fame and power can blind even the most honorable individuals. Over time, other traits emerged in him: excessive ambition, a propensity for betrayal, and disobedience. How did a hero transform into an outcast? What secrets does his past conceal? You will discover the answers to these questions by reading until the end. Pausanias entered history as the first person to attempt to unite Hellas under his rule, and as the first to conspire with the enemies of his homeland. His actions specifically triggered a deep political and military crisis in Sparta, leading to a tragic end. As the saying goes, fame is fleeting and fate is relentless. Such was the irony of the Spartan commander's destiny, who once saved Greece from Persian invasion. His example serves as a clear lesson on which qualities strengthen the spirit and which can ruin a reputation, cautioning against hubris and betrayal. Discipline. From a young age, Pausanias was forged by the strict principles of Spartan upbringing, which instilled endurance, obedience, and severity. This rigorous training made him a warrior and a leader capable of confronting the Persians, the sworn enemies of the Greek world. It was discipline that enabled him to organize and coordinate the actions of disparate Greek city-states, which often pursued their own interests and were frequently at odds with one another. The value of discipline lies in maintaining order and obedience, which are essential for fulfilling duties and achieving set goals. To do this, it is crucial to first clearly define priorities and manage time and resources effectively. This helps avoid distractions and procrastination that can lead one astray from their intended path. It is also important to respect established rules and authorities, provided they are fair and reasonable. One should remember that discipline is not blind submission or conformity, but rather the ability to adapt to circumstances and interact effectively with others. This approach fosters improved relationships and harmony in society, preventing the negative consequences of egoism. Courage Pausanias forever etched his name in history as the hero of the Battle of Plataea, where the Greek army achieved a decisive victory over the Persians, bringing an end to the Greco-Persian Wars. His bravery allowed him to lead the Greeks, who were outnumbered and outarmed by the enemy, and to defeat the vast Persian army. He did not shy away from difficulties or seemingly impossible tasks, boldly charging into battle for his ideals. However, Pausanias' courage also had a downside, pushing him to challenge the authority of the ephors, the highest officials who oversaw the Spartan kings. He began to exhibit arrogance and insubordination, seeking an alliance with the Persians and aiming to unite Greece under his sole rule. This audacious behavior led to the loss of respect and trust from his fellow citizens, ultimately resulting in a tragic end for him. It is important to remember that courage is not recklessness or impulsiveness, but the ability to act thoughtfully and skillfully. Only in this way can one honorably uphold their rights and convictions, To be courageous means facing life's fears, challenges, and difficulties with bravery, responsibility, and optimism. Loyalty. Although history remembers him as a traitor, Pausanias demonstrated loyalty in various aspects of his life. He defended his native Sparta and the Agiad royal family from external and internal threats. He was also loyal to his Greek allies, helping them to free themselves from the Persian yoke and acknowledging their merits and independence. Furthermore, he maintained close relationships with King Leonidas, his uncle and mentor, as well as with King Pleistarchus, his cousin and successor. It was these qualities that allowed him to earn recognition and honor before his excessive ambitions led to accusations of treason. Loyalty is a virtue that implies devotion and commitment to a cause, a friend, or an ideal. This value provides a sense of belonging to something greater than ourselves and shapes our identity. It is essential to show support and gratitude to those to whom we are loyal, and under no circumstances to betray them, as Pausanias did, which ultimately led to his downfall. Ambition. Here, his positive qualities begin to fade. Pausanias sought to unite Greece under his sole rule and forge an alliance with the Persians, his long-standing enemies. His excessive ambitions led him to adopt Eastern customs, challenge the authority of the Ephors, and conspire against his own homeland. This had tragic consequences, as he lost the respect and trust of his compatriots and was doomed to perish. Pausanias was accused of conspiracy and correspondence with the Persian king Xerxes. In despair, he took refuge in the temple of Athena of the Brazen House, where he met his death by starvation or poison. However, ambition can also be a positive force if properly channeled. Ambition refers to the drive and effort we exert to achieve our goals and improve our situation. To do this, it is crucial to first clearly define one's priorities and values, and not sacrifice them for the sake of success or power. It is important to act ethically and responsibly, staying focused on intended objectives. Wisdom. Pausanias was not only a warrior, but also a traveler, geographer, and writer. His work, Description of Greece, is an invaluable source for studying the geography, history, and culture of ancient Greece. His wisdom compelled him to explore the world around him and share his knowledge with others. Pausanias not only described the places, monuments, cults, and myths he encountered, but also connected them with the literature, philosophy, history, and politics of his era. He referenced works by Homer, Aristotle, Sophocles, Euripides, and other classical authors, comparing them with his own sources. He also provided information about the customs of various Greek city-states and compared them with the traditions of other regions and peoples. Pausanias' wisdom represents the ability to apply knowledge and experience to real life judiciously and thoughtfully. This requires cultivating curiosity and striving to understand the world around us, using reliable and diverse sources of information. Such an approach broadens one's perspective and enriches culture. It is also important to analyze and evaluate information received, rather than accepting it blindly. Wisdom is not dogmatism or rigidity, but critical and rational thinking. This is what allows one to form their own judgment and opinion. Furthermore, it is essential to share one's knowledge with others and to listen to and respect differing opinions. Wisdom is not arrogance or haughtiness, but humility and magnanimity. This approach contributes to the enrichment of knowledge and the development of dialogue with those around us. The story of Pausanias, the Spartan commander who saved Greece from the Persian invasion, illustrates the value of discipline, courage, and loyalty, qualities that epitomize the Spartans. However, it also warns against hubris and betrayal. Excessive arrogance and ambition do not bring honor. Before striving to achieve goals through force, one must remember to respect the values of others. It is these virtues that free one from the thirst for power and help them live honorably. Ultimately, it is ethics and good deeds that remain in the memory of descendants, not the hunger for power that led Pausanias to his tragic end.